Without further ado, Mr. Creative himself, Truett Thompson.
Okay. Good evening. Have you ever had an idea, a spark, that light bulb that goes off in your head? I get them all the time. And sometimes I build prototypes out of these. Some are simple, some are more on the complicated side. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about something that I brought to life. Actually, it was an idea that Tom and I conceived of together. Tom and I have different backgrounds, but we work together really well, and it makes building things a lot of fun. I don't know how many hours I've spent in my backyard or his backyard building something. As Todd said, I'm an NC State grad. I'm an engineer. My first patent was with Caterpillar. I say my first because this week I read the first draft of 3 more patents where I'm named as an inventor. Thank you. So it's really exciting because each of those I built a prototype at some point. What do you think of when I say prototype? Well, architects have blueprints. Scientists use scale models. Different people do pilot runs of the production. But these are all just learning tools that help us make a great product or a great something later. One of the things I really like about the design process with Tom is that we both can draw in 3 dimensions. So when we sketch something out, it's really easy for us to understand and communicate it with other people. And the resemblance between our prototype, or our drawings, and the end result is just outstanding. So when we built these robots, we had a lot of loops here where we built something, we tested it out, we found out what was wrong with it, we improved it, and we went back and tested it again. If we were happy with the results, we moved on. If not, we made some more improvements. As Todd told you about earlier, Tom and I and a bunch of other friends created this finish line arch. It has over 500 feet of bamboo in it. It has 350 lashings, and it used 2,000 feet of twine. 25 feet across, 12 feet tall, and we had all these great little images. We learned a lot from the first prototype that we built in my backyard. Could we get it, did it fit in this truck so we could get it from North Raleigh, where we were going to build it, down to the Kirby Derby? We cut it apart to see how we would lash the 2 sections together, because it was made up of 4 different sections. Always trying to learn something from the prototypes. They come in different sizes as well. Some are full scale, some are small scale. I built a little 8th scale sky dancer, and it worked for me. Just on a blower here in the backyard. I went on that summer to build 2 of these sky dancers. One you'll see blown up tomorrow. If you were at the opening ceremonies, you saw him up in the corner. I also built a mechanical Sparky, so he dances as you push him down the street. The Lego prototype scaled up perfectly to fit on the bike, but then physics wasn't working for me. So I had to come up with a plan B. I got a golf bag cart from a thrift store, and there we go. So after SparkCon last year, Tom and I had an idea. We wanted to do something big. What could we do? Well, let's take this iconic little toy, this little red robot or a blue robot, let's make him huge. Everybody will love it. Everybody knows these robots. So we got some backpacks from that same thrift store. We started putting a skeleton together on them, working out the mechanics of it. I had taken the robot's head apart, figured out what made his mechanism work, and replicated that, and we were ready to go. We had a head that popped up 9 inches. Well, work obligations took Tom away from the project. I forged on. I made some kneecaps, and they turned out horrible. This was a failed prototype. I ended up going to the store down the road. $4 foam soccer ball is a kneecap. Perfect kneecap for these guys. I'd also planned to make the hands and the robot heads out of a pourable foam product. So I got really good at paper mache. And let me give you a hint. Warm water makes it better. Makes it much better. Well, the pourable foam kind of fell through. I had to go on to another plan. So by April of this year, he was coming together. He had a head, he had some shoulder pads, he had some arms and some legs. This prototype even had LED eyes. So the LED eyes are on hold right now. But anyway, he was missing something. He really needed something. He needed a big chest. I wanted him to be a big guy. So I built a chest. I put the chest on him. I got some arms on him. And I realized I was not going to be able to punch the other guy. And what's good Rockem Sockem if you can't punch the other guy? So made some modifications along the way, got a sloped chest, and it was great. So after I got everything just like I liked it, I took the prototype skin, I unfolded it like you would a piece of cloth or a piece of sheet metal, and used that as a template to make the final product out of the durable material that I used. Using templates, learning from the prototype. So made of an 1/8" corrugated plastic with a PVC skeleton, I had finally finished Rockem Sockem. They stand about 12 feet tall when I wear it, a little bit taller when Tommy wears it, and they both weigh about 60 pounds. So I have to thank my wife for letting me spend all this time out in the backyard away from her. I have to thank my parents for the education that provides me with all this fun. And last but not least, I got to thank Tommy for all of his help and his crazy ideas. I can't tell you all the other crazy ideas. And do you know, while I was writing this speech, I heard a noise outside, so I went out to investigate. And Skydancer Sparky had brought Mechanical Sparky over to have a welcome to the family party. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Wells Fargo Plaza, Todd and I will be having Rockem Sockem fights.